Alright, we got the glass head Briggs here. And what are we going to do today, Mike?
Well, we got the new regulator in. This is combination primary and secondary stage gas regulator.
That whole thing is going to replace, move it, let me put this down here. That's going to replace this whole setup we got here.
Right, that whole monstrosity.
Put it next to it, Mike, show them the difference.
You can see.
It's a little smaller. And this is actually in here already, so.
Yep, it's going to accomplish the same thing we want. So.
And it wasn't that expensive, Mike. It was only like 20 bucks.
Yeah, that's the great thing. And as I'm looking at it, it looks, fairly. Like this is, like this one is.
This is professional. It's
MEC.
Fisher.
This is a Fisher. This regulator right here. I know I paid I don't know, 50-something bucks for it.
Right.
Where this, and that's only a second stage regulator, but this all in one. And I'm pleased with the quality looking at it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's tested in the USA, so.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sure.
All right.
But we're gonna install that.
And then while you weren't looking, I made a bunch of these. Here's a 3/8 spacer and a 1/4 inch, an 1/8 inch, and we even got a plexiglass one here. So we're gonna play with them and see what we can come up with.
All right.
A bunch of head gaskets, and you're gonna reconcoct this.
Yeah, add a valve on the high side of the regulator, and transfer some fittings over, and we'll be good.
And we'll see how that regulator works.
All right.
Okay, we'll get back to you guys. Mike got his Fisher gauge out here.
Yeah,
Open that up, Mike. When you see that, you know Mike is getting serious.
Yeah, the water column gauge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to do some measuring again to get it back into calibration, which should be a lot easier to do with this regulator than with the faulty or the not so suitable primary regulator I was using before. So, should be a good night. We'll get some things done.
Let's get to work.
All right.
All right, we got everything hooked up here. We put the spacer on it we wanted, and Mike is gonna. He got all his plumbing done on this little regulator. It's all just temporary, and we're gonna hook a buzz coil up to it and see if there are any improvements. All right, let's hook that up and we'll get back to you. Alright, me and Mike got this thing running. We got it running right now with our spacer. And you can actually see the light. Yeah. Shut it down, buddy. And you can actually see the thing flashing, but that's not what we're going for. We're actually going for, we're going to put a glass head on there, but we figured why not use a glass spacer too. That's pretty cool. Come on, nice and slow anyway, Mike.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that speed there. I dial it in a little bit more, but I can't really see what's going on.
Alright, well, turn the light on so I can go turn the lights on. Alright. Sorry about that. I didn't want to make you guys dizzy, but
it's neat over here. You can see the valves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't polish that up yet either.
Can you see the valves going up and down there?
I'm losing focus. But I'm gonna polish that up this week and
you lost it. That's alright.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Mike. Alright, we're gonna dick around with this a little more and see what we can do with it.
Alright.
Alright, we got it running, and we had it running well enough that we were satisfied with it. Mike's regulator worked good here and all his fittings, so that was perfect. We got the spark and a buzz coil, but we did run into a problem here. We had a brass right here. Our brass bushing is too thin. We're gonna have to remake it with steel because
it actually cracked.
Yeah, it cracked the brass.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually what they call them, oil light.
It was oil light. Yeah.
It was an oil light fitting, so.
We just happened to have it's an oil light bearing, but it happened to work as a spacer.
Right.
So,
so we're gonna make one out of steel, and
we got to broach a full keyway in the
end here, right? Because this was tapered, right? Because it was tapered, it wasn't really sitting tight in there. So we're gonna broach it and make it a full keyway, and that'll solve that problem. But that's where we're at. I was happy with the way it ran, Mike. How about you?
Yeah, if it runs like that at a show, I'm happy. I mean, I don't think it's, without getting crazy with the gas mixture and the carburation, we're not really going to get it to run a steady beat, which, you know, it helps us in a way because it keeps heat down in the cylinder.
Right.
And I think it'll also, you know, being not a steady beat, you'll see each combustion cycle more, you know, apparently, rather than just a constant, you know, flicker.
Right, right.
You know, you'll see bum, 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 you know, and it'll look more interesting that way.
Plus, at 400 RPMs, I mean, it's just barely running, so I'm happy. I kind of like it that way.
Yeah, I do. I'm anxious to see it with the all glass, with the all clear head. You know, it was neat. I was happy.
You were tickled with that.
You know, just to see the flash out the side. Now,
Plus you've seen the valves in the side, and that was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to polish that up right now. That
it's opaque.
that's that's just a rough cut. But if I polish that up, I'll be crystal clear. Okay. I think I'm going to call this a video because we're pretty much stopped here. There's not much we can do. I think this week I might work on the head and get the head into shape so you can bolt that on and see what it looks like. Alright, say goodbye, Mike.
Take it easy.
Alright, tubes. We'll see you in the next one.